Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. And evening is coming down here at the end of the glade. We went ahead and gathered all the materials that we needed to make our human armor a little bit more intimidating. Hopefully that will be enough for Andrew here. Here's hoping.
God be with you.
I got fucking everything.
Wonderful. Come with me. May the Lord...
Henry's patience is wearing thin.
What's taking them so long?
It's going to be time for
I really don't know.
another critique.
Ready? Great. Now put it on.
Well, definitely an improvement. That's good.
That's really fucking good.
You don't think it's too much?
It's perfect. If I'm at you at night, I'd shit myself.
That's exactly what humans look like.
Says the man who's never seen one.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what people think humans look like.
Yep, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
We're only just getting started.
Oh dear. And we got human disguise. Quest completed, masquerade. Oh, okay. So, was that it? I guess that was it, guys. We don't even get to go along on the trek? Oh, that's a crock. Okay, well, maybe we'll see something pop up a little bit later. In the meantime, what I figured that we could do, guys, is check this out. Now, we've got a quest tipster. Actually, we've got two quest tipsters. Over here at Rattay, they'll point us out to some more side quests. And when I was in the inn here at Ledechko, I also went ahead and asked the innkeeper if there were any quests nearby, and they pointed me out to stuff needed at the miller's here. Something about the herb woman that we actually got the black feathers from. And something else that was over here. I forgot what exactly it was, but we have 3 side quests over here in Ledechko, which is, I guess, appropriate because we haven't really done anything over here. I am curious about what's going on in Rattay because I figured we did everything that could have been done there. So what we'll do is we will
enjoy it.
Go ahead and... Can we eat? Cook item. Alright, we already ate. And we will go ahead and crash out for the evening, I would assume. I'm trying to remember where our bed is. Oh, wait a minute, it's up here. That's embarrassing. And then we'll head to Rattay, see what quest we can find. Man, it's dark in here. Where's our bed at? There it is. Like, I can barely see anything. I know you guys can't either. Alright. And that's how torches work. Get our energy back. Get another day going. Maybe with the new day, we will see what Matthew and Fritz are up to. Because we do have that costume, which I guess we could use for all kinds of unsavory things. If we wanted to go down that path. If we do run into a human camp, we do need to walk in wearing that gear just to see what happens. Because that could be interesting. Let's actually see, is it here in our inventory? Yeah, human disguise. Huh. So what does it do? Modified to match accounts of barbarians? Yeah, I guess everything else is just kind of filler. Cool. Well, if that happens, that happens. Come on, Pebbles. Let's head to Rattay. See what trouble we can get into today. And how bad of a ride is that? Oh, that's not too bad. Oh no, that's Ledechko. The ride to Rattay is not bad either. Now remember, we have that new scout ability that makes encounters on the road much harder to get caught in, fortunately. But we're here in a lot of open ground, so that kind of stuff is rare. We'll see what the innkeepers have here, and if it's just like activities, we'll go ahead and ignore it and then head up to Ledechko. I don't know why we're wanting to do all the side quests before we get on to the main story, but I try to be really thorough with these games, much to my detriment. And I'm paying for it. I'm paying for my choices.
How are you?
Overburdened, sir. And slightly hungry. And here's the inn. I figure that both of these innkeepers will have the same information. They're right next to each other. Innkeeper? Oh, there's Hans. Hello, Hans. Guess we've pretty much done all the quests that we can do for Hans, I would assume. We have had quite a few adventures with the prince. Or not the prince, but you know what I mean.
What do you need?
Infos.
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
Could be. Go see Hermann, the executioner. Long as you got the stomach for dealing with a fella that's cursed.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Good luck then.
I feel quite hungry.
So we'll check and see, is the quest tipster... Yep, they're both gone. We gotta go deal with Hermann. Now, he should be a lot happier since he got himself a lady friend. Let's go ahead and eat some food here, and we'll head that direction. Because I don't know anyone in Ledechko, but I do know Hermann. And of all the names to have for an executioner, Hermann. Maybe he's a fan of the Munsters, or the developers were. Actually, I need to remember, didn't he have like the Frankenstein-style haircut? Now that I think about it. Alright. Well, we'll see. That's everything here in Rattay settled with. I checked the rest of the inns, and we are pretty much clear of any more quest tipsters. Which means there's really nothing else in the game, I guess, other than activities. So after we take care of this, head to Ledechko, and then head over to Ujits to deal with the whole witchcraft situation. We will be free to go ahead and do everything for the actual game in the main story. I will say this, Sir Rattay is very patient that we have not got his sword to him yet. He's a good guy. Salt of the earth. Alrighty. And hopefully she's here. Hello, chickens and doggies. And there's Hermann, doing his pantomime.
Good day, Henry.
What's going on? The folk in town are talking about you.
They shot on me. That's what.
What? Who did?
All of them.
Okay.
Wait. Tell me again from the start.
All right, if you want. They caught Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and a fellow named Harold that everyone calls Frost. They're scum who've been hunted for months. Now they've finally been caught, there's a big execution being prepared. Folk will come from miles around to watch.
Well, that's a good thing for you, isn't it?
It would be, if I was fucking doing it.
Whoa.
Isn't it the custom for you to do all the executions in Rattay?
It is. Not just the custom, but by bloody right. You're not being replaced, they said. This is just a loan of Gallows Hill.
Well, there must be some reason for it.
If you know of one, spit it out.
So who's doing the job?
They invited Executioner Heinz all the way from Kuttenberg. They say it's going to be a big show. Have I ever fucked up an execution? I always behead them in one blow. And when his lordship wants to drag out a hanging, I leave them kicking for minutes. If he wants it quick, they're stiff as soon as I drop them. And they push me aside like that, after all these years of service.
And his reputation was bad enough, so now it's doubly so.
What can we do about it?
Nothing. His lordship's decided, and that's that.
Nothing? You think they should be allowed to get away with this?
Well, no, but
You have the right to executions in Rattay, don't you?
I most certainly do.
Then you're in the right. Don't tell me you can't think what to do about it.
The trouble is, they already paid the executioner and he's come here along with his assistants.
We can't stop the executions, unless Hines drops dead on the spot.
Whoa. That escalated quickly.
Which we don't want.
Indeed not. The best thing would be if he fucked up the executions. The famous Kuttenberg executioner can't handle the job. The mob would laugh him out of town and beg me to take over. They'd never invite him here again.
Great, so how do we go about it?
The problem is, I don't know what the sentences will be. They'll only announce them just before the executions, and then it'll be too late to do anything.
Can't we just get him blind drunk?
That wouldn't work. He's no beginner. And even if we did get him drunk, they'd just postpone the executions till he's sobered up.
Yeah, we don't want to set them free.
Would the bailiff know more?
Maybe. But most likely only Heinz will know the sentence. I've got an idea, though. Will you help me?
Of course.
Great. Thank you, Henry.
So where should I start?
Find out from the bailiff what their crimes are, and then have a look in the Black Chronicle at the Rat House.
It goes back before my time. You're bound to find records of some similar offenders in it. You need to find people who committed the same crimes and came from the same sort of background, noble or lowborn. That way you can find out what the appropriate punishments are.
Then come back to me, and we'll work out what to do.
I'll get moving.
And, Henry?
Oh?
They want to do the executions on my gibbet at Gallows Hill. I can hold them up for a while, but probably no more than a week.
I'll bear that in mind.
Well, fortunately, you were high on our list of priorities, Hermann, so we're not going to have any incidents like we had at the Sasau Monastery. Now, is your lady friend here? Oh, look at her. Good deal. A happy ending. Now we got to protect his reputation and make sure that he's the only person dropping the sword in this part of town. So we will fast travel. By the way, like investigation type stuff like this, I love quests like this. Where it kind of, you have to kind of put all the dots together. That's the kind of stuff I really enjoy in RPGs. So we'll speak to the bailiff first, and we'll check out the Black Chronicle, which sounds all kinds of intimidating and cool.
I knew you were a good Christian. Thank you.
Oh look! The guy that we have continually beat the crap out of is giving money to the poor. Good on you, bud. For the fighting ring. One of these days he'll set the rules that I'll have to take off my armor, too. So I don't keep on punching him
Fresh bread. Bread.
with metal gauntlets on.
Cucumbers. Lovely cucumbers. Asparagus.
Okay, now, if I was the bailiff, where would I be?
No, I didn't know she...
Okay, I guess they're up here. Open? Hello? We're looking for a Black Chronicle. Oh, he has his office up here, doesn't he? Yes, indeed. There he is. Wait for you to sit down and get yourself comfy.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
I hear there's going to be a big execution here.
There certainly is. It'll be a glorious event for our town. They'll be talking about it for years.
Who's for the chop?
Ugh.
The biggest outlaws and reprobates for miles around. Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and Frost Herald.
What did they do?
Yeah.
What didn't they do, more like? They caused trouble all over the country.
Who's this Peter of Dauba?
A noble who lost his fortune. He's been holding up merchants for months.
That's all?
Okay, noble theft.
At first, but then his gang started getting bloodthirsty. They wiped out a whole squad that was hunting them. He won't walk away from this.
Okay, so Peter is a noble. Theft and murder. Now for Frost.
What can you tell me about Herald?
They call him Frost because he's always cool as ice, until he starts. I've seen plenty of killers and thugs in my day, but that one's got the devil in him.
Why?
They say the only thing that'll put a smile on his face is the sound of screaming and weeping. That beast kills for pleasure. When they caught him, he had a candle made from the arm of an infant. For luck, he said.
Hell's bells. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to put bad in caps right here. And then George.
What about Weiss?
No one actually knows where he came from, but they say the murdering started with him. He never leaves witnesses. He'd rather wipe out a whole village than take a chance.
That's George. Okay. Interesting.
Thanks, Bailiff. That's all I need to know.
God be with you.
Now we need to find the Black Chronicle, which I guess would be... trying to find its exact location. Looks like we're right on top of it, so it may be down below. Hopefully the bailiff doesn't mind that we're... or it could be right above us. Let's check above. Oh, lockpick very hard. Never mind. And... can't read that. Okay, so here we are downstairs.
Fresh from the oven. Come get 'em.
Might be up on this side. Gotta track all this stuff down, guys. You know how it is. Okay, there's the scribe. Okay, sit. Couldn't be up ahead, couldn't it? It's the monk's location. Now I'm all kinds of confuzzled and turned around. Yeah, see, like we're right on top of the location where it is, and it's not this book.
How are you, Henry?
He's busy talking. I'm a bit turned around, sir. Oop, we're in a private area. And lockpick is very hard. So is the Black Chronicle like... hold on.
Master Bailiff?
Nothing.
Okay, nothing of interest there. I figure the Black Chronicle would be something that they would keep. Or do we... I hope we don't have to lockpick. Because Hans's key doesn't work. Lockpick easy. Maybe we need to talk to the monk here. To the scribe.
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
It's been a hard road. There we go.
Could I take a look at the Black Chronicle?
Indeed you cannot.
It would only take a moment, and
Do you have any idea how much it's worth? If I let one of you near it, next thing every yokel in the manor will be clamouring to get in here.
The bailiff sent me.
For your information, the bailiff gave us permission.
Ah. Well, then that's another matter.
Thanks.
Yes, and I'd take it very kindly if you didn't tell him how I spoke to you. God be with you. Wait, I'll open up for you.
Appreciate it. It's gonna save some time.
The Black Chronicle is right by the window.
Well, that's safe on a windy day. Sit. Find out the appropriate punishments from the Black Chronicle. Executioner's Book of the Town of Rattay. In the year of our Lord 1390 in the years under the king blah 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 blah. Jan the Miller. Tell Hermann what you found out. Young Private Shilba did commit robbery. Steal the sword of the carpenter. The same Private did tell Martin called Blackbird of Shenzitz did steal under cover of darkness 2 plows and their plowshares. 30 strokes of the cane. Okay. Jan the Miller told with rob the mill, and in the act did leave behind no living soul. And what did take there they did spend at the tavern of Peter. Stolen from the mill. Commoner. Okay, all of this he did declare without being put to torture. Jan the Miller was a commoner and is put to death by hanging in Rattay. So it looks like commoners for mass murder is hanging. Cloak. And tell it shall be drowned. That's all for just spying and stealing and all that. Steal the horse of one of the monks. How many pages does this thing have? Goodness. Cuban called the Buck. Baron of Milititz to tell they steal the horse of one of the monks together with Nicholas and Blahut. He did also tell of Levitz and his son Jan that they did kill the bailiff and did long commit robberies together. And he did declare of Gregor, brother of Nicholas, that he did rob with him and did as a lord and baron of Lipa. He was put to death by the sword. Okay, so nobles are killed by the sword. And Jan the Miller was killed by hanging. So let's see. Martin called Stagg to testify that he robbed a merchant on the way, and that having once taken to the trade of thieving, he decided to continue with it. He did kill 3 pregnant women, and in other towns cut from their fetuses, which he did cut out their hearts, lungs, and liver. Good Lord! And cook them in the Devil's Inn in Bohemia and devour them. For this they have earned death many times over. Their flesh will be ripped, their eyes burnt out, and they shall be broken at the wheel. So that might go to Frost. Just, yeah, lots of stuff. And then a woman buried alive and a stake driven through her heart. Good Lord. Tonda farmhand on Holy Saturday did testify under trial by ordeal. They did ride with Lubash called Limpy of Ushitz, and did rob wayside shrines. He did testify that by Talmberg he did rob 5 horses of the bailiff, for which they did take valuables worth 5 groschen. That was one from Riki. He furthermore testified that they did keep company and dwell... Oh, Tonda is sentenced to have his ear cut off. Well, that could be worse. So let's look at our quest log. Nest of Vipers. Money for old rope. Frost is a beast of a man who enjoys making others suffer. Multiple murderer, but also a nobleman. George Weiss is a cold-blooded multiple murderer. So what I think's going to have to happen, just to double check this, is like Jan the Miller was just all cold-blooded murderer, hanging. Let's see. This guy just stole a bunch of stuff and spied, so he gets drowned. Kuben the Baron, he gets death by the sword. And then Martin was the monster, and he's broken at the wheel with everything dealt with. Okay. I think that's the best way to go about this. And the monk went right back to sleep. Alright, so if that is the case, let us go ahead and... Oh, we can't fast travel? I guess because we're inside. That's a shame. Okay. Pebbles! We need to have a chat with Hermann about the best way to approach this, because this could go all kinds of different ways. And I'm sure Hermann will appreciate the fact that we talked to him this morning and we're already back with intel, like, in mid-afternoon. That lets him know that it is high on our list of priorities, which it is. Don't want to have any more time-constrained quests. Like, if we know that's just going to take a little bit, we are going to give it our full cooperation. Or our full attention and cooperation, if that's what it comes to. Right through the trees, Pebbles. Branches mean little to you. Alright, here we go. Okay, Hermann, are you inside? Yep, that you are.
I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did? And did you read the Black Chronicle?
Yes.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what I can come up with.
Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what you need in the Rattay Black Chronicle. Every executioner has his own way of doing things, and this bastard might have different methods in mind.
Okay, let's go for Peter.
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman.
He'll be... He's for the chop. Burned at the stake, burial alive. Yes, I think this is correct.
His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still a nobleman, so he gets an honorable death.
Alright. Then we've got Frost. Or actually, George.
George Weiss is a bloodthirsty bastard who left a trail of corpses behind him.
He would... Let's see. George... Oh, wait. Who was broken? He'd probably get hanged, maybe?
He hasn't earned an honourable death. He's for a long drop on a short rope.
A murderer deserves nothing better. That makes sense.
Frost Herald is the worst of them all, sent by Satan himself. The things he's done would make a demon blanch.
Hanged, burial alive. He'll be tortured first. Yeah.
The executioner will take his time with that one. He'll be begging to die. If I read correctly, it'll start with ripping the flesh.
Aye, could be. He deserves nothing better.
So, have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
Alright, boss. We'll go ahead and end the dialogue for right now. And we will talk to Hermann about what the plan is at the beginning of the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I like this quest so far. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.